So weekend 1 of the Black Ops 6 beta officially came to a close a couple days ago, and a little bit later from when you guys are watching this video, weekend 2 of Black Ops 6 will be available to play. And ahead of the release for weekend 2 of Black Ops 6, Treyarch have basically announced what's going to be changing for this weekend. If you guys have watched any of my videos on the Black Ops 6 beta, you guys will know that there's quite a few things that I feel need tuning with this game, and I'm hoping that we do see a lot of it for weekend 2. And it seems like, at least with a lot of the complaints that I had, and I know the wider community had as well, a lot of the complaints have been heard and Treyarch have taken the feedback on board. So here's the tweet that they put out, I think just yesterday. They thank everybody for their support on weekend 1 and how it's officially come to a close, and they give us some things that we can expect for weekend 2 of the beta. The first one is the level cap being raised to level 30, and I suspect this is going to come with a lot more content that we can get our hands on as well, like new weapons, new perks. They say that we can expect some weapon balancing to come along, alongside some spawn tuning, increased weapon XP earn rate, audio improvements, and bug fixes plus more. So let's have a little talk about what this could entail. So obviously we've got the level cap being raised to level 30, which, like I just said, will entail some more content, whether that's new weapons, new perks, lethals, tacticals, field upgrades, whatever that might be, basically just anything within the creator class. And hopefully with this, coupled alongside the second thing they talk about, which is the weapon balancing, we might see some more weapon variety in weekend 2, because again, if you guys have seen any of my videos, or if you've watched a video on the Black Ops 6 beta, you'll know how overpowered the Jackal is and how it's been ruining this weekend. In my opinion, it has single-handedly ruined my experience for Black Ops 6. I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't have fun with Black Ops 6, because I think it is a really fun game, and I'm very excited for the future of Black Ops 6, but I think just for this weekend alone, it has kind of ruined the gameplay experience for me. I mean, it got to the point with this weekend where literally every single lobby, every single person was using the Jackal, and with how broken it was in that weekend, it was just unfun to play. Like, the time to kill was way too inconsistent between the Jackal and other weapons, so I kind of just got to the point where I stopped playing, and I'm hoping weekend 2 is a lot better. But knowing Treyarch, they'll probably end up nerfing snipers or the XM4 or something stupid like that. I mean, fingers crossed they actually take the Jackal feedback on board. If they do, this weekend is going to be 10 times more fun. And the next thing, which was pretty frustrating with this weekend as well, was the spawns. Now, I talked previously about how every single beta, every single COD release, the spawns are always a little worse at the start, because they basically need to gather data to tune the spawns properly for each map. Like, it's not just a thing you can just sort of do. And I'm assuming with the data they've gathered with weekend 1 of Black Ops 6, they're going to be able to tune it a lot better, and they're going to be more consistent spawns. I really hope so, because like I say, one of the biggest issues with, one of the only issues actually with Black Ops 6 at the moment, was the spawns. And it wasn't just your typical, you know, kind of shit spawns. It would get to the point where you would spawn in a place that wouldn't make sense anyway, and there'd be enemies spawning there as well. Like, it was just really backwards, and I'm hoping with the data they've gathered from this weekend, it's going to be a lot better. And the next thing they talk about as well is the weapon XP earn rate, which I didn't feel was very slow in this weekend, but apparently a lot of people have been complaining about that, so they've increased the weapon XP earn rate. I personally don't think it's a massive problem, because the main thing for me, if we're talking for the launch of Black Ops 6, weapon levels aren't tied to your mastery camos, so you can start earning camos without any weapon XP requirements. Hopefully there's no weapon attachment requirements like Vanguard did, but yeah, from what we can gather so far, weapon XP is entirely separate to mastery camos, and I really appreciate that. And I didn't think it was really slow. I mean, to be fair, I did put a lot of time into the AK-74, whatever it's called in this game, and that was probably my main gun in the Black Ops 6 beta, to be fair. And I think I ended it on somewhere between level 30 and 40. I think the max is probably in the 40s or so. And like I say, I didn't feel like I spent a massive amount of time playing with the AK-74. I don't know. I mean, I suppose it shouldn't really be like Modern 2019 or Cold way of spending hours upon hours using a single gun. Like, it should be the kind of thing you use for a bit of time, you get all the attachments. We might even see weapon procedures in this game, which if we do, would be really cool to see. I would actually love that feature coupled alongside this change. Like, if they made the weapon XP earn rate a little quicker, so you get through to the max rank a lot quicker, but you can prestige your gun, that would be a really cool feature that I think they should actually consider doing, to be honest. It's just another little mastery thing they could add in there. I mean, we've already got, you know, prestiges, obviously, mastery camos, 100%er, dark ops. If they threw in weapon prestiges and some kind of like end reward for prestiging all your guns, that could be really cool. And the final thing they talk about here is audio improvements and bug fixes. I didn't really have any issues with the audio in this game. I thought the audio was fine. I actually love the sound design in Black Ops 6. I think everything sounds great. I didn't really get too much experience with footstep audio or anything like that. Like, I don't don't have a lot of hands-on experience on how the footstep audio is in this game. I never really had any situations like, say, Modern Warfare 2019, if you guys played that. You know, you'd watch the kill cam from when you die, and you basically just see people tracking through walls because they can hear your footsteps. I didn't get any of that in this beta, so I think, at least in terms of footstep audio, this game is in a very solid place. We don't even have a dead silence or a ninja perk in the game at the moment, and I think this is mainly due to the nature of the movement in Black Ops 6. Like, obviously, the focus of this game is omni movement, and I think with this new way to move and basically just play the game, like, it changes the way Call of Duty is played. I don't think anybody's really going to be sitting in corners when they can, run around in 360 and, dolphin dive and that kind of stuff. Like, I just think the movement in this game is too fun to utilize, where I don't think people are going to be camping as much, which is a typical thing for a Black Ops game as well. You don't really get that many campers in these Black Ops games. I think one of the issues that I actually did experience, which I've just forgot to mention actually, is to do with the absence of audio more than anything. I was editing one of my videos a few days ago, and I noticed some kind of explosion or a kill streak went off, and there was just no audio for it. I think that's what they're talking about when they come to audio improvements and bug fixes. Probably just issues like that. But yeah, I mean, overall, I had a lot of fun with Weekend 1 of the Black Ops 6 beta. I do think this is a genuinely fun COD game, which it's definitely more fun than the past, 5 years of COD games. We'll put it that way. I'm not going to sit here and say it's the best. I mean, I don't think COD is ever going to reach the heights that it did pre-Black Ops 4, really. But it's a very fun game, and I think the Omni movement kind of honeymoon phase, we're still in it at the moment. I'm worried it's only going to be a matter of time until it becomes something that is heavily exploited and it becomes a thing we resent. But if it is, I want to remember this first weekend of the beta where I actually really enjoyed the Omni movement. I even enjoyed getting killed by the Omni movement. But like I say, I'm worried that in the future it's going to be the kind of thing that people exploit and try hard with. But that's going to about do it for today's video. That is everything that we know is going to be changing with the Black Ops 6 beta leading into weekend 2. Hopefully it's a lot better this weekend with the spawn improvements, the Jackal nerf, fingers crossed. And yeah, that's all I got for today. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.